How I went from 0 followers to $10,000 per month with only 3,000 followers. This is a post on the top of the Instagram marketing subreddit, one of my new favorite places to hang out. And I'm going to read this to you. I haven't read it myself. I skimmed it and I said, this is a really good post. I shared it with a friend. I was so excited by this post because it's good. It's someone sharing legitimate firsthand knowledge. And I'm excited to read it myself, and I'm excited to share it with you. So let's get into it. Many years back, I made my first ever Instagram account solely to be a personal one and got around 200 followers consisting of friends, family, and acquaintances. I then decided to create a fresh account based around fitness to see just how much I could assert myself on social media. I never went viral, and I never had a single moment where I gained a bunch of followers at once. I grew my account slowly but consistently. I learned about online coaching a while back and decided to implement that through fitness to start. Once I got that going, I was able to use my Instagram as my main platform for getting online coaching clients and expanded to doing dating coaching as well. Here are the main takeaways for how I got there. Followers, more important than everything else. Followers are the only thing that matter on Instagram to me. Everything else is vanity metrics. I've made posts that got thousands of views, hundreds of likes, and double-digit shares, but only a handful of followers. It was clear to me that making content as a small account was not going to be my most consistent and reliable method for getting followers, which leads to the next point. Follow/unfollow is goated. I hear a lot of controversy about this method, but after trying out a bunch of different ones, this is the best one I always fall back to because it's consistent and reliable. Everyone on Instagram will always appreciate having more followers, and if you play the numbers game, a good number of them will return the favor. The main complaint people have on doing this is the ethics of rug pulling after getting followers, but here's the deal. If you want to use Instagram for business purposes, then you need to be tactical about it. Although you will definitely be in the ground to start, having a high follower to following ratio is vital to being perceived as an authority figure. And a lot of people on Instagram abandon their accounts over time, so not every follower you get will be active anyways. That doesn't mean you should unfollow every single follower you get through this method, but you should try to keep your following limited to supporters of your content and people you value. I look for people who actively support creators similar to me, as they will be more loyal and active in supporting my content. Numbers-wise, most followers will be fans, and a small number of them will be potential clients that can be converted as described in a later point. I think the follow-unfollow method is dumb AF. Instagram Reels are a hack for growing, and if you want to get followers fast, my experience is share useful content rather than purely entertaining content. I've made over 1,000 Instagram Reels at this point. I've seen what works and what doesn't, and Instagram Reels that are useful get followers for me and all of my friends. So if you want to grow pretty fast, honestly, 3,000 followers is nothing. And that's why this post is impressive, because this person's making 10K a month with only 3,000 followers using Instagram as a person's platform with only 3,000, because 3,000 is low, so low. If you know what I know, and if you know what I've shared on this podcast, you know that 3,000 is freaking low. So that's why I think this is a really good post, because with only 3,000 in fitness, which is competitive. This person is doing it in fitness, which is super, super competitive, and online coaching. So I think this post is cool, but follow, unfollow, you don't need to do that. Just make reels. Just post a reel a day. I mean, I'm going to share a story about a guy, but this person grew from in less than 2 months with a new account from 0 to 650,000 followers, legit followers, famous people follow him who I follow. This person follows me and messaged me and said that my content is good. I can't wait to share this story tomorrow or the next day. It's a good story. But the person posts 4 reels a day, or 4 posts, some 2 reels and 2 posts a day. And that is how the person got to 650,000 followers in 2 months on a new account. You don't need to do follow, unfollow, post reels, post Instagram reels. That's it. Okay, back to this person's post. It is still a good post, and I'm super grateful for this post, and I'm enjoying this post a lot. And this is my first read-through of this post, so I'm enjoying this. Create content for social proof and reach. Even though I've been getting most of my followers from follow/unfollow, God, that's crazy that this person was getting most of their followers from that. It's terrible. It's still crucial for me to post a bunch of content to demonstrate who I am and what I'm about. I mainly use photo posts and reels for my page. I use visuals and copywritten captions on photo posts to create relatability and reels to increase visibility to my profile. If you make good reels, they will get pushed out to a lot more non-followers, which means more eyeballs on your profile. My profile is a personal portfolio, and anyone that takes the time to go through it should know who I am, what I'm about, and what I can provide. Just focus on making reels. Reels are really easy, but you can also, again, person who I'm going to talk about on next episode or the episode after puts out 4 posts a day. Most of them are reels. Some of them are actual photo posts. It's a cheat code. Everyone is saying it. Instagram Reels is a cheat code. All right, back to the person's post. We're almost done. Sell something through stories and DMs. I make it very clear that I sell coaching on my profile, but I'm also a micro-influencer that's actively trying to grow. In order to maintain goodwill with my followers while also taking initiative for my business, I promote my services every once in a while through a post or story and then try to convert interested prospects into sales calls in the DMs. Like I said before, don't focus on vanity metrics. These instances will receive very low engagement compared to my other content, but that's where the business is, and it gets handled in private through DMs. That's a very good point. One of the mistakes that I made is that, I don't know if I could really call it a mistake, but I'm only trying to sell something now. I'm making a product. We've talked about it on the podcast before. I've been going on social media now since November 2022 is when I started making TikToks, which were automatically syndicated to Instagram. And I probably a year ago should have come out with just some random little cheap product, but just starts trying to sell early, trying to warm up my audience like that. And that was a mistake that I made. Part of the reason I took so long to do this is because I wanted to make a product that I knew my audience would care about. And so I waited a while because my philosophy was, if you build the audience, then you can figure out how to monetize it. It's the Content Inc. method, which I've also talked about before. I love the Content Inc. method, which is focus on building an audience, because most audiences can be monetized and your audiences will even tell you how to monetize them. And so the program that I'm creating now, Compact Keywords, I'm making it because so many people ask me, how do you find bottom of funnel keywords? And that takes a bunch of effort to show, and it takes a lot of describing in multiple different ways. And so I said, okay, this is the program that I'm going to make. And I think a lot of people want this, and I know this is valuable. And so that's what I'm doing. But I like this person's point. Sell some through stories and DMs and try to sell early on. It's basically what this person has done. This person makes it very clear this person is selling. And I wish personally that I had done that a year ago with just anything random, but I didn't even really know what it was. But I like this point. This is still a great post. Okay, I'm going to get back to it. 2 more sections on this post. Cross-promote whenever you can. I am active on numerous other social media platforms, and I try to cross-promote content whenever I can to build up social proof and visibility to myself and my services. I may get clients that were referred by a piece of content from another platform to my Instagram that gets further social proof of what I can provide and buys into coaching that way. And then the final one, maintain good profile health as much as possible. Because I actively do follow/unfollow, I've hit the action limit numerous times in the past and have had my account action blocked before. I've also tried external apps and automation software, but they were unreliable and also made me uneasy about sharing my account information. So I've cut them out altogether and run my profile completely by hand. The last thing I want is to lose my Instagram account for no reason, as it is a huge driver of business for me. So I do everything I can to make sure I operate within Instagram's terms of service, so Instagram won't punish my account's ability to get reach and engagement. This includes not buying fake followers, not spamming likes and comments, and not boosting posts. That is the end of this post, how I went from 0 followers to 10,000 per month with only 3,000 followers. Only 3,000 followers is right because it is so easy to get there. And I've said it before on my show, Instagram is such a fantastic channel. It's such an amazing marketing channel, and it is not hard. So I hope you enjoyed this post as much as I enjoyed reading it to you. This is episode 294 of my daily growth hacking and growth marketing podcast. We are almost at 300 going strong. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye now.